everybody. Welcome to CripChat, your weekly podcast facing disability. Today I have with me Jonathan Shar, Ibby, Chris B, David Cunningham, and myself, David D. Today we'll be talking to Will McIntosh, an advocate for CEDA. Please like and share. If you got any questions, put it in the comments. And if you got any topics you want, please put that in the comments too. Over to you, Cunningham.
Thanks, David D. And look, welcome everyone to the episode today. And a big hi to Will. G'day, Will.
Hello, David.
And look, welcome to CripChat, mate.
Thank you. Good to be here.
How's your day been, firstly?
I got paid today, which was good.
Fantastic. Well, that's good. We shall find out more about that later on, I guess. So, Will, this is your chance to tell us a tiny bit about who you are and why you're so passionate about working with CEDA. So, away you go.
Okay.
Tell us about yourself.
I could go on and on about myself. I was diagnosed in 2005 with mild cerebral palsy, autism, dyspraxia, intellectual disability, hyperkinetic disease, ADHD. I've been in both category schools.
Right.
So that means I've been in mainstream and special education. And then I started doing consultations with CIDA and just about to do another opportunity with them soon for 3 nights a week.
Fantastic.
That is a paid role. And yeah.
Are you passionate in that work that you do with CIDA? And look, we should tell our audience what CIDA stands for, Will. So can you tell what CIDA stands for, please?
So CIDA stands for Children, Youth, Disability Australia.
Right, and of course, they were founded when?
I don't know who founded it.
Okay. But of course, we know that they exist, right?
Yeah, they exist.
Yeah, and of course, CIDA is a peak lobby group, isn't it, for us?
Yes, it is.
Terrific. Okay, and of course, they would do both individual and systemic advocacy, would they, or not?
Yes. Yep. So
Terrific.
if you, like for example, if you would, if you had been discriminated against, CIDA could come in and help you with that.
Wonderful. Fantastic.
And that's what my role is. So yeah.
So like going on to like what your life experience has been like with having a disability and being an advocate. What would that be like for you, Will? What would it be like to actually being an advocate with disabilities?
Being disabled as well as being that advocate really makes a difference. I've met a disability advocate and he does not have any disability. He's just got family with a disability, and that's why he asked me to help him with his advocacy journey, and yeah, so.
Fantastic. Any questions, guys? To the floor, guys.
Yeah, thank you for that, Cunningham.
Anyone?
Cunningham here. Ibby speaking. Question for you, Will.
Yes.
How does it feel for you personally when you're out there advocating for people?
I feel really great. Um,
I am. So, can you give us like an example of a time where you educated?
yes. So I advocated for me to go into TAFE. So
Yeah.
um, the TAFE wasn't accessible enough.
Mm.
Um, so I advocated for my needs. I advocated for what I needed to go through TAFE.
Nice. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mm. So, over to you,
Fantastic.
Cunningham.
Okay. So we'll then go on to like the challenges faced by people, by children and young people, like within CEDA. Challenges for children and young people be like in Australia. What's the present challenges facing them in our country right now?
Are you talking about
Yeah, like
or
from an yeah from a disability
perspective?
standpoint.
Discrimination is a big one.
Right.
I know we're all trying to be accepted in society. And
Yeah.
I'm 21 in July and I'm still being discriminated against. I want Australia to be accessible and treat us with respect. And that's why I do what I do. Discrimination is a big challenge that we face. Ableism is another one. Yeah, and how we access the NDIS and the DSP is another challenges that we face.
And I guess
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they'll be actually compounded when you're a young person, right?
Yeah,
Because you've got the stresses of going through your youth and growing up, etc., which
yes.
would be difficult. Any questions, guys?
Yeah, look, yeah, I've now turned 31 and I'm still discriminated against. So, look, it's an ongoing thing.
It
Now,
is. It
of course,
is.
we need to educate people about how important is it to educate people in regards to, addressing discrimination and dealing with it.
So with what I do at the TAFE, so I'm doing Certificate 3 in school-based education support, also known as a teacher's aid course. So with
Wow.
that, on Wednesdays and Thursdays or Friday, depends what the other students have on, I teach them about disability inclusion. The TAFE wanted someone that's got a disability to teach them about disability inclusion rather than getting a teacher that doesn't know anything about disability. So
What a
I
good
do
move.
that. So that's one way that we're progressing to a normal, so-called normal way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing that that we face is when we vote for the Prime Minister and the premiers of each state.
Yeah.
That is so hard for us to vote.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I agree. I totally agree.
What is the most common disability that's been discriminated against that you have found? You have
I
to
can answer
advocate for.
this. So you wouldn't know this, but it's actually invisible disabilities that are the most common disability to be discriminated against. And that kind of hurt. So I've got an invisible disability. I look completely, and I was told that I don't look disabled enough. But I knew that they didn't understand. So I took
Yeah.
it upon myself to educate that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I agree. I agree because having that invisible disability, yeah, I guess you won't get the support that you need because people think that you're just faking your disability. But
Yep.
nah, it's good. It's good, like I said, to educate people out there. So awesome. Also, good work, Will.
Chris, you got any questions?
Mhm.
Like, so Will, can you tell us then just how like CEDA would actually like alleviate these challenges in their work?
Yeah. So, okay. So, pre-COVID, it was lockdown, and I was discriminated against for online learning, and FIDA helped me with all of that kind of stressful. What's the word? I call it mamajuk, and um, they've really helped me with all of the overcoming um, boundaries and challenges,
Yeah.
and that's why I started working with them and in their consultations, and they helped me make my own business, and yeah.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Interesting.
Like when it comes to just how CETA lobbies the Australian government, like will like how would CETA decided to go about that when it comes to their campaigning activity?
Campaign. Okay, so
What kind
January this year they had the summit. So that's Australia wide.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I couldn't go because I had COVID. So,
Oh,
damn. But
Yeah.
I'm really, really upset about that. But I did go to the one online. So that was right. So they had an in-person one and a online one. So I went to the online one. At the summit, there's different categories. So there's one about education. There's one about well-being. There's one about sex. There's one
yeah.
on
It's
about,
very important.
yes, very important. And they call it because sex and disability is very a taboo subject, isn't it, lads?
Yep, yep.
Yeah. It's
I agree.
And
yeah.
that's why I did this program to, yeah. They've also got leadership programs. So I did that. So I'm now what's classed as a disability leadership leader.
Cool.
So
Awesome.
it's basically an advocate role, basically.
Yeah.
What else have I done with them? NDIS consultation a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fantastic.
cool.
So I guess
We've got,
we'll
yeah.
I guess then we'll do lots of lobbying they would do though, right, with the Australian government,
Yeah,
correct?
they do a lot of lobbying with the Australian government. A
Yeah.
couple of years ago in 2021, I got a grant from CIDA and the Australian government to go about a small business.
Wow.
I created a small business, and it's called United as One, and it's a NDIS provider.
Fantastic.
And I employ people with a disability to help me run the business.
Oh,
So,
Good for you.
yeah.
great, great work, great work.
That's that's really impressive. Well, that's very something. Actually, you can, if you give us a website, we can actually list it at the end of the episode too. We'll put it in the description.
And they also do courses So I did a marketing course with them.
So Will,
Yeah.
being a young leader in the space, what does that look like for you and also for the viewers out there? Because
Okay.
you're only 21, I'm gobsmacked.
Yeah,
How
I'm
do
only
you do it,
21.
Will?
I look older. I've been told.
Nice.
Um, I did the course because I wanted to be Australia's first Prime Minister with a disability.
Such ambition.
Hopefully.
Love it.
I know. So,
We're with you all the way, Graham, Will.
We are.
so
Yeah.
all of my colleagues at Cider always joke around. We'll see you in the next election, Will, for Prime Minister. It just makes me laugh. So that's why I kind of did it.
Awesome.
So we'll like when it comes to your vision for how you would see children and young people in Australia actually advancing forward, like and in your role as an advocate, like what would that vision look like? When
Where we are accepted.
right?
I don't want these kids of tomorrow to grow up what I had when I was little. I'm still experiencing discrimination and ableism and all of that stuff. But that's just typical people that don't know how to interact with us. And that's why that we, as the people for tomorrow, and as we're all growing up and getting older, we need to be the ones to teach what's normal, so-called normal,
Agreed.
who aren't got disabilities or don't know about them. That's why I decided to be a disability advocate.
Terrific.
Mm.
You show tremendous promise for Australia's future. Will, so well done. Like I take my hat off to you, but I have one on my head right now, mate.
Same
Good
here.
job. And so like Ibby, final thoughts.
Yeah, look, yeah, it's been awesome, talking to a young disability advocate like yourself. I guess many young people with disability look up to you and the work that you do. So in saying that, Will for mayor, I'm with you 100%. It'll be good to get that disability representation happening, in our state and also in our country as a whole. So it's amazing to hear, the wonderful work that you do, Will. Keep up the good work.
Well, there you go.
Awesome.
And look, I shall give the honorary last word to Will. Will, your final thoughts. What would you like your takeaway message from the episode to be for our audience?
I'd like to thank you guys for having me on the show tonight. It was my pleasure on coming on the show. I have watched you guys on this platform many times because I absolutely love CripChat.
Oh, that makes me cry, Will. We got fans now.
Awesome.
It's amazing.
Can I be heard?
Yeah, David, go ahead.
Well, my final thoughts are no matter what, whether you've got a disability, we know people have our backs. And people like Will and Cedar, you can always turn to them.
That's right.
and we can always we all support each other.
Yeah. Now, so we'll like the website for your business and for Cedar is the Cedar website would be like Cedar. That's syda.org.au. Is that correct?
I will just put it in the private chat for you, Cunningham.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Awesome. Awesome.
And look, guys, that's the episode for this week. Thank you very much for joining us on CripChat Australia. And please like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you come back to us next week for another episode of CripChat. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night,
Goodbye.
See you next week, guys.
Thank you.